Let's talk about the bad news first and then good news. But what is good news? What is the bad news? It really depends on who you are, buyer or seller. The good news for buyer is bad news for seller. Hey, you guys, don't fight. I have good news for both of you, buyer and seller. Don't fight. Let's take a look at the price first. This is the single house price chart since January 2020. So by the way, at the end of this video, after all the analysis, I have a simple and important suggestion for you, buyer and seller. So don't miss any important information. Watch until the end of this video. So the first one is the single house price chart. The second one is the condo price chart. The third one is the townhouse price chart for the past 42 months since January 2020. As you can see, the price is still going up. I'm not very sure it's a good news or bad news for you. Please let me know in the comment area you are a buyer or you're a seller. So it's bad news if you're a buyer, but it's good news probably if you're a seller. You are looking at the data from January 2020, from beginning of the pandemic. If you bought a townhouse at the beginning of 2020, it means at the beginning of the pandemic, and sell it now, you made more money than other people because it's 40.4% up. But if you bought a house, it's not that bad. It's very similar. It's 40% up. Bad for you if you bought a condo. It's the worst. Only 15% if you bought a condo. Even like that, it's much better than a saving account, isn't it? But if you sold it in April 2022, it means more than 1 year ago. It's 47% for a townhouse. 27% up for a condo, 50% up for a single house if you sold it last April 2022. That's amazing. Also, I want you to take a look at the chart, the price chart since 1977. Wow, according to this chart, if I bought a house before 2000, the gain will be more than 2,000%, not 20, not 40, not 50, not 100, not 1,000, it's 2,000%. Wow! Wake up, you need a time machine. Time machine? Yes, time machine. How? Where? And how much? Well, it's the high technology. You can get it from high technology companies like Apple Store. You can just go to the Apple Store, ask them how to use the time machine. They will show you how to do that. It's free. Their time machine can make you go to the past in some way. That's why we call them high technology companies. Now, let's talk about the bad news. It's good news for some other people. The sales, as we predicted last month, the sales go down a little bit if you compare to the date of May, but still 21% increase from June 2022. It means compared to 1 year ago, and 30% up for the single house. Are you confused now? Up and down at the same time? Yes. It depends on how you compare the data. It's not about the data. It's about how you understand and explain the data. Always. You will feel a little bit better if you just forget the numbers. Just take a look at the curve or the lines and the trend. You will feel much better. The green line is the total sales. The orange line is the total listings. Also, the chart is for the past 42 months since January 2020. Can you see the future now from the trend, from the curve or the line? Can you predict the future? If yes, please let me know in the comment area, because I cannot see the future. I'm confused too. I cannot see clearly for the future. What I can see is people are holding their breath. They put their foot in the middle of gas pedal and brake pedal and are waiting for the signal. What kind of signal are they waiting for? They are waiting for this data we are talking about and the meeting of July of the Central Bank of Canada. One thing I'm very sure, if they don't hike interest rate, the sales number will jump again for sure. You will see the line will be going up all the way for July and August. Well, if they hike interest rate, it will be going down. It's very hard to say. For a short time, maybe, most likely. But for a long time, I doubt it. Because the market eventually depends on the supply and demand, not the interest rate. We have more and more people in Canada. If you still don't know, just 2 weeks ago, Canada has reached 40 population. We are not the 30 million population country anymore. And also, more people are coming to Canada. Do you think we have enough house for everyone in Canada? I doubt it, unless you are the mayor or the prime minister, because you are the smartest one. Okay, now let's take a look at the pressure information. There's a big difference for the condo, single house, and townhouse. The house is 20.9, just a little bit above 20, the edge for upward pressure. But for the condo and the townhouse, wow, it's very, very high. It's around 40. It's a big, big difference. So what does that mean? For me, it means for the condo and the townhouse buyers, they don't care. They don't care what you are talking about, what the bank is talking about. They don't care about these kind of things. Why? It's very simple. Because of the high inflation rate. Can you give them a better solution for the money they have, the extra money they have? For what? For saving account? For stock market? Do you have a better idea? They have no choice. Of course they have choice. Probably they all have watched my videos, which is focused on the low prices, economic houses. For this kind of houses, it's much less risk according to the investing common sense. No matter you are an investor or you are buying a home, as promised, suggestion time. My suggestion for this month is very simple. Nothing. Yes, you are right, nothing. I'm speechless. I have no suggestion. Or you can understand it in another way. Wait. Just wait. Wait for what? For my next video after July 12th, the next Wednesday. After that, I will get another video to explain the decision of the Central Bank of Canada. What? You must make an action before that? Just 1 more week. You cannot wait anymore. You must know you should buy or sell. Is that true? Well, I have a solution for you. Do you have a coin? A Canadian coin? A $2 coin? Why it must be Canadian $2 coin? Because it's a big decision for you, and the $2 coin is the biggest you can find. Canadian coins. The next Bank of Canada's meeting is July 12th, the next Wednesday. So flip your $2 Canadian coin before that, and I will bet $1 with you. Okay, now, the very important thing for me before we finish this video. Click the like button. This video on your social media. Share with your friends. Leave comments. And the most important thing is grab my channel now.